Bro, dump it.
Exhaust is literally scraping so bad.
It's only aired up on one side.
Scrape it!
Your right side's only aired up.
Hey, drop it! Hey! Hey!
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Well, as you could tell, some more parts rolled up for the BMW build. Basically, all my key to my cooling system, I went with Mishimoto radiator, some new hoses, and a reservoir. It's gonna be brand new, and definitely clean up the engine bay a lot. It's gonna make it shining. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this unboxed, and that's probably gonna be mostly the mission today. I'm gonna work on coming in here and finalizing some of this wiring that I have. I just need to plug some more things in. My ground wire broke off the other day, so I need to redo the ground to the starter, a few little things like that. So probably finish some of that up and then maybe move on to putting in my radiator and checking out how all that stuff's gonna look. Now we're messing around with the E36. Daniel's helping me with the wiring, trying to figure out how to get this motor started because he knows a lot more about wiring than I do. And we're gonna see maybe if we can at least get the motor to turn over. Basically, the problem we're running into right now is first of all, the motor wasn't swapped into this car running when I took the car apart. So while having the car completely a carcass basically and having nothing to go off, the motor was swapped. So now it's back to like base one. Like you have to literally figure out everything. It's not just like plug everything in. It's like everything has to be set back in the car, then figured out where it went and where it was originally supposed to go compared to where the swap is. Basically, it's a little confusing right now. And we're just trying to square it off and hopefully get this thing started. It's kind of the plan as of right now, but I don't think I've shown you a lot of the E36 lately. I have recently put in the new radiator, the new, I didn't mount this yet, it's just kind of sitting here, but the expansion tank, and I also have a Mishimoto fan right here, 16-inch fan, pole fan that's gonna be on the back of this radiator. But look at this thing, man, it's looking good. Got everything set in with the motor. He's trying to figure out what wires what for the fuel pump, get the fuel pump running, and then we're just gonna arc the starter.
Starting fluid?
Pull the plugs and see if we're getting spark because it's not turning over. Well, it's turning over, it's not starting. So we're gonna check spark. Hit it. Yeah, we're getting
Nice.
spark for sure. So it's getting spark. We pulled that fuel line and it squirted fuel. It had a bunch of pressure underneath it. So now we're checking with the actual injectors themselves that they're squirting out fuel. I don't see nothing. Doesn't look like we're getting fuel.
We have fuel pressure. That means the injectors aren't going off.
Or it is routed backwards. So we just plugged everything back in, flipped the fuel lines, other than what it was saying on the forums, which is kind of weird. And it just squirted out fuels out of the injector. So that'll get the fuel pumps moving. My God, yo! She got a squeaky ass belt. You heard that?
It smells like to me like a fucking race car right now.
A little bit. You're right, dude. It is kind of like a race car, bro.
You're right.
There's like a cage and race seats and.
Fuck, your steering wheel works.
Yo!
That's all fucking sick.
Yeah, bro. We can basically just drive it. We can just ride brakeless. guy. It just blows. It's just gone. I've been working on the E36 a little bit since we got it started the other night. Basically today I bled the clutch and my hydro. I got all my brakes mounted, so those are actually already on there, but that's my dual caliper setup. But the clutch is bled and it feels really good. Got the throttle cable hooked up. Last time we got it started, the problem why it wasn't starting at first is because the fuel lines are backwards. So I kind of had to run a new fuel line because the other one wasn't long enough to reach up here. So, which is also weird, but I guess that's how the 4-cylinder was when it was originally in here. So that's why I assumed it went the other way. So I had to extend that fuel line, got it hooked up. My fan's not wired, but my fan is mounted in here now. I don't remember the actual CFMs of the fan, but it's a 16-inch Mishimoto fan, so it's pretty big. Should keep it pretty cool. And then I also got my big brake kit, my Porsche brakes mounted on here with the rotors. These brakes are huge. They don't even really look like it right now on camera, but the disc is so big I can't even run the 17-inch wheels on it because it really rubs. So I have these crappy 18-inch wheels I just put on a while ago to test fit, and they fit. I had to actually grind down like my hub a little bit to make, you can't really see it right now because it's so dark, but I literally had to grind down my hub a little bit to make the brakes fit. And they fit good, but they're 4 piston calipers, so they're huge, and they should stop the car pretty well. And that'll go along with the Chase Bay's brake booster. Delete. Daniel's been over here, still working on bagging the Mercedes. As it sits outside right here on the engine hoist, we had it like all the way maxed out and upside down earlier, which was in the middle of the street, which looked insane. I'm sure all the neighbors were like, "What the fuck are these kids doing?" But he took those bags and he put them on the Mercedes, and he just got the rear bag. So let's do the front. Since these are the bags off the E30, he had to make some custom adjustments to make these bags work, but it's actually pretty prime. Holy shit. So that's the bump stop he just cut off, so now he should be able to go a lot lower with it.
Hopefully. If not, I'll just shorten that piece I mean.
The spacer piece? Yeah. That's a lot lower.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, definitely. Yep, something's dragging, but oh boy, yo, that exhaust is so loose.
Yes. It's only aired up on one side.
Scrape it.
Your right side's only aired up.
Hey, drop it. Hey. Hey. I have a lot more to do with the BMW, but I decided I need to finish this video. So I'm gonna finish this one with bleeding the brakes right now. My shifter came in and then I missed the package. So now it's at the post office, so I have to go pick that up because that sucks. I really want to get the shifter in because I really want to see how it looks. And I want to make sure it clears everything, clears the hydro since I'll be running right next to it. That being said, I was trying to bleed the brakes the other day and I've had all the lines off and all the calipers open. There's so much air in the system. It was just not working using the foot brake method and going like, it would have literally took forever and we were just tired of it. So I just bought this cheap little bleeder gun. You hook it up to an air hose and it creates a vacuum and sucks all the air out. I've never used one, so it's maybe my first time. I'm gonna go ahead and try this thing out with one brake myself and then make sure I got it dialed and I'll show you guys what I did. And we're having a problem bleeding the brakes already. So I have
Every single time you fucking film a video.
I know nothing.
You're gonna do this, but this didn't work. You're gonna do this, but this broke.
It won't bleed. It's not sucking the fluid through the brakes. We tried with my hydro, which is on right now, and my whole brake system. Basically, I thought maybe the compressors wasn't having enough pressure. It says it requires 120 psi compressor. We have 150, so that should be just fine. I pulled off the tube and I felt it. It sucks it. Put in the caliper, do the quarter turn, loosen, have everything set up how it should be. It doesn't suck any fluid through. So I don't know what the problem is. I'm trying to figure it out, just so I can bleed these damn brakes and get it over with. Alright, I swear this car's bad luck. Every time I film working on this thing, it never goes as planned. So we were unable to bleed the brakes. I don't know what it is. The thing is just not working. I tried it the old school way. It's not bleeding. I'm thinking now I'm going to have to pull one of these lines and make sure I'm actually getting fluid through. I don't feel like doing that right now. It's already getting too late. I'm just stoked we got the thing to start in this video. So I'm capping it at that, and I'm gonna start fresh tomorrow with a new video and some more work to do this thing. So make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.